Here's how the US has oil rights in Venezuela, since some of you dislike anything Trump. In the early 20th century, under the regime of Juan Vicente Gomez, Venezuela granted US oil companies extremely favorable concessions to explore and produce Venezuelan oil. For decades, US companies legally invested billions into Venezuela's oil sector. They built the infrastructure, they brought the technology, they took the financial risk. Then the Venezuelan state stepped in. In 1976, under President Carlos Andres Perez, Venezuela nationalized the oil industry and paid about $1 billion in compensation instead of the roughly $5 billion owed. In the 1990s, foreign companies were invited back to develop Venezuela's heavy oil reserves. Then in 2007, Hugo Chavez expropriated those assets again. Fast forward to today, international arbitration courts have awarded approximately $10 billion in compensation to companies like ConocoPhillips and ExxonMobil. Money the Nicolas Maduro regime has still refused to pay. And let's stop pretending this is some innocent, helpless government. This same Maduro regime threatened to invade Guyana's oil-rich Essequibo region and even had its navy approach ExxonMobil-operated facilities. So no, we are not dealing with a harmless, misunderstood regime, no matter how hard some people want to sell that lie. Every serious country defends its national interests and corporate interests. Only unserious people pretend it's a crime when America does it. So let me be very clear. When you run your economy into the ground, even before US sanctions with socialist policies, you oppress your population, you agree to hold free and fair elections with the United States, then renege on the deal, you align yourself openly with Russia and Iran, you expropriate US assets, you refuse to pay compensation awarded by international courts, and then your supporters start screaming international law, international law. At some point, you have to accept reality. When the world's most powerful military starts tightening the screws on you, you didn't get unlucky, you earned it. When your government facilitates drug trafficking, drives over 7.9 million citizens to flee the country, maintains ties with H group in Lebanon, the threat of military action stops being a moral debate and becomes a long overdue reality check.